Let's talk about administrator permissions. If you ever need to add or change who has admin access in your account, you can always send us an email at help@journeycare.team. We just need to know the person's name and email, plus what you'd like them to be able to do. If your organization is using our premium site editor, access to the website editing has to be done by our team. There's no way for you to do that part. However, everything else outside of the website editing can be set up by you. So if your team member just needs access to be able to work in your database or send emails on behalf of your organization, you can definitely take care of that part on your own. If you'd like to give it a try, here's a quick walkthrough. Just go to Settings at the bottom of your left-hand navigation. Then click on My Team, then the big blue button at the top right that says Add User. From there, you'll be presented with a modal of options for this new team member. At a minimum, you need to add their name and email address, but I always suggest adding a mobile phone number if you have it. That allows your administrator to get the two-factor authentication code that's needed for logging in via text. The text code typically arrives a little faster than having to wait for an email. That's really all you have to put on this screen. You can always come back later if you want to add an email signature or anything like that. When you're ready to move on to set the permissions, click the Next button at the bottom of the screen. The next screen is where you are going to set all of the permissions that this new team member will have. At the top, leave the user role set to admin and data visibility scope should be all records, as it is unlikely that you are going to be assigning each of your contacts to be handled by a specific team member. The list of permissions is lengthy, but it's organized in categories. To turn a category on for this person, toggle the slider to the right. You'll notice that the color will turn blue. To turn a permission category off, toggle to the left, and it will gray out. If you have a permission category on, you can check and uncheck boxes for specific items. As a shortcut for this process, if you want this team member to have the same permissions as someone else who is already set up, you can use the Copy Permissions button at the top right of this screen. If you click that, it will ask you which team member you wish to copy. That will set all the permissions to match. When you are done setting permissions, be sure to click the Save button at the bottom right. There are other things you can adjust for each team member, but in most situations, once you've set your toggles, you're good to go. The system will automatically send an administrator invitation to the new team member, and they will set their own password. The invitation is time-sensitive, so you may want to let your team member know that you've sent it and that they need to take action right away. If the invitation expires, you'll need to come back into this My Teams area, click on the person, and you'll see a very obvious button to resend the verification. If you're not quite sure what level of access your team member needs to perform their role, don't worry, just reach out. Many of the permissions sound similar, and there may be some features that your organization is not even using. We're happy to help you sort it out and get those permissions set exactly right.